Hello, my beautiful souls. Welcome into your daily read. This is going to be for Monday, the 12th of December, 2022. I do want to thank you so much for your amazing presence, but I also want to remind you this is general for the day for all 12 signs. So just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. We're going to begin and pull from the Spirit of the Animals Oracle deck that I haven't used in a hot second, and we'll see what we get for us. Sorry if there's background noise you can hear. I do have the window open and yeah, anyways. For Monday. Flying out Hawk Messenger, okay? They're giving me the vibe already that this is either representing your energy throughout this day. Bear with me. I carried a box over here to my new place, so I'm a bit shaky. You're either the messenger, this is representing your energy, or it's more in regards to somebody relaying a message to you, okay, if not multiple people. This could be in regards to a download from Spirit, but it does say specifically here, Spirit is sending you messages, right? Some of you being a voice for Spirit through tarot readings or something of the sort. You could be a healer being drawn to this reading. But I do feel like your connection to the sun takes a highlight throughout this day for one reason or another. And I do feel as if your connection to nature, to birds specifically, will take a highlight. That could be one of the synchronistic ways of Spirit communicating with you, right? Every animal, even the different types of birds, has its spiritual meaning. Do remember that? So don't hesitate to look that up throughout this day. Now, I do feel like, as it says, open your greater vision to see the signs. I feel like it's a day full of synchronicities, full of angel numbers, connection to nature, messages through that, through nature, once again, through animals. But I just feel like as well, pay attention to your thoughts. When you so clearly notice that it's not your thought, it's a spirit, okay? Don't go talking back, but I just feel like there's something of importance, okay? Some of which might be messed with spiritually. I know I will, right? It's part of my daily life. But either way, I do feel as if there's something important in regards to, okay, your past, potentially to prepare you for the future, all right? This is a Monday of importance is what I'm hearing. And it says here you have a bright future. You have a bright future. And so I feel as if that connection to the past, that reminding of the past, could be pushed to compare, or to the slightest extent, a reminder that where you once were along your path, potentially in multiple chapters of your life, multiple situations, you're in a much better spot. So let's keep that perspective healthy, but your future's even brighter than where you are now, right? Full of more success, more healthy relationships, and more financial comfort. And so that in comparison to the past, right? So is some healthy comparing I feel Spirit is pushing us to make. Yeah, I just feel like you're being prepared to take things to new heights within your individual life, all right? That's quite a beginning, but they are very deep cards. Yeah, the Ace of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. I feel like you're being noticed for a new beginning, for the abundance flowing in at this time. The attention you're gaining could be giving you abundance, right? But attention is being noticed. That is a form of abundance all the meanwhile. But I feel as if there's numbers going up. People are seeing you in a very positive light. I sense that you're looking good throughout this day. Don't be surprised if somebody, excuse me, reaches out unexpectedly. Unexpectedly could be the work of Spirit. The Nine of Swords in reverse is a day where the stress isn't really there. If there are little bits and pieces of stress, I sense that it will be dissipated quite quickly. It will leave your life like that. Spirit's reminding you that your future is meant to entail minimal to zero stress, right? And so therefore, that could highlight the change of a situation, an adjustment within one, or multiple, or a big switch up for you. It could remind you why you left people, places, and situations behind recently, or even rewinding further back. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's this connection. It's good to stay in the present moment, right? Always. But it's this day where Spirit's purposely connecting the past to the present, and even more so to your future, okay? Let's see what else we have. The Two of Wands. And so there is naturally going to be thoughts of what you don't have in your life at this time, right? What you have to acquire, what you haven't fully begun or got off the ground. But Spirit's saying there's a time and a place for everything. Your world is more in your control than it feels at times. But at the same time, in the same regard, or not in the same regard, but at the same time, Spirit has their plan for us, right? Spirit is working behind the scenes, and even more so just around us, to make sure, and at a distance, as I stutter, to make sure things are falling into place as they should. I know I played a role in acquiring this new apartment, manifested all the meanwhile, but I have to say, naturally, being so spiritually connected, they played a role, okay? I just heard absolutely. Let's see here. Yeah, the World and the Four of Cups. And so naturally throughout this day, it's a Monday that highlights your world changing, and therefore you needing to recognize or remember who and what's not meant for you. Having the ability at this point along your path to strengthen intuition, in certain skill sets outside of that, to decipher quite quickly. You're not the type of energy I want in my life at this point, right? Whether it's removing somebody from your life or deciding whether or not to let them enter, right? Or it could be more in regards to opportunities. Either way, right? And Spirit's saying the emotion that you've been picking up on from other people, my empaths onto the reading, I sense that that's just temporary, okay? But I don't feel it's a day of emotion. I feel like that's highlighting the past. Flying out the Four of Wands, a day that just shows you evidence that things are falling into place. Isn't something doing better than it once did? Beautiful. Embrace the success, okay? Embrace the gifts from the universe, all the meanwhile. I'm being shown orb lights, lights of orb, orbs of light kind of beaming towards one individual, and it feels like those are representing not only spirits from the spiritual realm, but other individuals, souls in this waking life, feeling drawn to you individually for your online business, for your business in person, for your job, to just catch up with you, new connections flowing in, potentially even past connections for some. But it's a day where you're reminded that completion is a must, with a 10 on the board here. And you're being pushed to recognize where your passions lie, or remember that, okay? When you feel this immense amount of passion come over you when you're doing something, ask yourself why, okay? Ask yourself why. Your passion for your looks as well, that's coming into play. Naturally, we have the Page of Cups here, so I need to remember what isn't worth it as far as minuscule offers go, as far as something you might have once accepted, but these days it's you're well above it, or it just doesn't suit your current lifestyle, however it works for you. You're doing more than a backflip. We have the Seven of Swords. Sorry, the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Swords. So it's a day where you're being quite secretive in regard, within a situation you feel a bit trapped in, okay? Or certain levels of limitations that just feel kept to oneself, however it works for you. But it's a day where you will be speaking. You're going to be communicating, my friend, with the Eight of Wands. And it may be a day where things just happen quite rapidly, quite efficiently. You receive a download and then you're moving on to the next moment. So it may be something you need to write down, right? Or you may need to just make lists, jot things down in general that come to mind, because you're just going to have a lot going on, okay? A lot of juggling taking place, prioritizing, even multitasking for some. And so in the midst of this independent day with the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles, you need to, keep a mental record, but also just write things down, keep things organized. I sense that there's also a bit of organizing and preparing taking place for some, but do recognize when you need to stop and catch your breath, when you need to recognize your energy needs a little bit of perfecting, is what they're saying, fixing. If you're feeling a bit anxious or just a little bit all over the place, if I could even say it, a little bit all over the place. If you're struggling to speak, stop for a hot second. Take a deep breath. Even if you're in the middle of recording something or communicating with somebody, it's understandable if you need a hot second, okay? And I just feel like it's a day that reminds you that your future, again, is so much brighter than you could ever imagine, okay? The Emperor, anything you produce or develop throughout this day, anything you're planning for, you're quite on point, and there's a level of skill wrapped up in how you do so with ease, okay? And I feel like people are viewing you as a very strategic individual, all right? One who just will do what they need to do when they need to do it, whether that's through your business, through your job, through acquiring opportunities. It could be more than one thing for you. I just feel like it's a day where you're also thinking about acquiring a new investment or a new job or both, and being reminded you got plenty of options, and this will come to be when it's meant to, period. You can't force the timing. I feel like that came up in Sunday's reading, okay? But I do feel like there is some preemptive celebration taking place in your own individual way in regards to something that is just in the beginning stages, or something you expect to be successful, something you expect to acquire. And I feel like it's well-deserved. It's well-deserved, but don't overdo it with the indulging, okay? The indulging. Let's see here. What else do we have? The Knight of Wands. But Spirit's saying it might be a day where you're just pushed to stop at a certain point when you're feeling this passion to move forward at full speed, right? To prevent oneself from burning you out. Horrible wording, maybe in regards to it not being the right time for you, okay? It might be the weather for some. Whatever it ends up being for you, I do feel like in other ways you are ready internally, right? Even emotionally, to charge forth towards whatever lights you up inside, okay? Or whatever makes you feel more comfortable. But I feel like it's a very productive Monday where you need to expect the best moving forward, because it's naturally a day where, again, the past connects to the present day situation that you have at hand, but even more so to your future, okay? Reminding us we have so much to look forward to, but do embrace the current day situation to the best of your ability, all right? So I hope this was truly helpful. Sending you so much love and light. Go enjoy your Monday, and I'll see you next time.